Hello everyone, let's practice IELTS listening test. Let's start with the section 1, a conversation between a student and a university officer about summer short courses.
Section 1, you are listening to a conversation between a student and a university administrative officer about enrolling in a short course.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
Hello, I'm interested in the summer short courses your university offers. Could you give me some details?
Certainly. We have courses in photography, creative writing, and digital marketing. Each course lasts 4 weeks.
That sounds great. When do the courses start?
The first session begins on the 5th of July, and the second starts on the 2nd of August.
Are there any prerequisites for these courses?
For photography, no prior experience is needed. Creative writing requires basic English writing skills, and digital marketing is open to anyone over 18.
How many hours per week do the courses run?
Each course is 10 hours per week, usually split into 2 sessions of 5 hours.
And how much do they cost?
Photography is $250, creative writing is $300, and digital marketing is $350.
Can I pay online?
Yes, you can pay through our university portal or at the administration office.
Thank you. Could you also tell me about the certificate?
Of course, on successful completion, you'll receive a certificate of achievement.
Perfect. I think I'll enroll in the digital marketing course.
The conversation is simple, but you must listen carefully for specific details like courses name, start dates, requirements, and cost. Let's look at the notes completion questions one by one. Question 1. Courses available. In the audio, the officer says, we have courses in photography, creative writing, and digital marketing. So the answer here is photography, creative writing, and digital marketing. The next question 2. Duration of each course. The officer says each course lasts for 4 weeks. So the answer here is 4 weeks. And the next question 3. Start date of first session. The officer mentions the first session begins on 5th July. So the answer here is 5th July. And the next question 4. Start date of second session. The next line says the second starts on 2nd August. So the answer here is 2nd August. And the next question 5. Creative writing courses requirement. The officer explains creative writing requires basic English writing skills. So the answer here is basic English writing skills. And the next question 6. Minimum age for digital marketing course. The audio says digital marketing is open to anyone over 18. So the answer here is over 18. And the next question 7. Weekly hours for courses. The officer states each course is 10 hours per week. So the answer here is 10 hours per week. And the next question 8. Cost of photography courses. The line says photography is $250. So the answer here is $250. The next question 9. Payment methods available. The officer says you can pay through our university portal or at the administrative office. So the answer here is university portal or administration office. And the next question 10. Certificate received. The officer mentions you will receive a certificate of achievement. So the answer here is certificate of achievement. Next section 2. We will listen to a tourist officer describing Lakeside Park. The speaker gives details about the park size, area, facilities, and activities. This is a monologue type question, so you must listen for specific information like numbers, price, and locations.
A tourist information officer is giving information about a city park to visitors.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lakeside Park. I'll tell you about the facilities, activities, and services available during your visit. The park covers around 60 hectares and is divided into three main areas: the Botanical Garden, the Lakeside Playground, and the Sports Zone. Guided tours are available twice a day, at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., and each tour lasts 1 hour. Tickets for guided tours cost $8 for adults and $5 for children. If you'd like to explore on your own, bicycles can be rented near the main entrance. Rental prices are $6 per hour or $25 for the whole day. Safety helmets are included in the rental price. There's a cafe close to the Botanical Garden, offering snacks, drinks, and light meals. Picnic areas are also available for visitors who wish to bring their own food. Dogs are permitted, but only in the sports zone, and cycling is allowed strictly on designated paths. Visitors are kindly requested not to pick flowers in the Botanical Garden. Every Saturday, there's live music at the main square, and on the first Sunday of each month, a farmer's market is held. Parking is available at the main entrance and at the North Side car park. That concludes the main information. Please feel free to ask questions after the tour if you need more details.
Let's go through the questions and find the answers step by step. Questions 11 to 15. Multiple choice questions. Question 11. How many hectares does Lakeside Park cover? The officer says the park covers around 60 hectares. So the answer here is B, 60. And the next question 12. How long is each guided tour? The audio says each tour lasts 1 hour. So the answer here is option B, 60 minutes. And the next question 13. How much does a full day bicycle rental cost? The officer mentions $6 per hour or $25 for the whole day. So the answer here is option B, $25. The next question 14. Where is the cave located? The line says there's a cave close to the Botanical Garden. So the answer is option C, Botanical Garden. And the next question 15. When is the farmers market held? The officer states on the first Sunday of each month a farmers market is held. So the answer is here option B, once a month. Next question 16 to 20. Table completion. Question 16. Guided tours. Cost. In the audio, tickets cost $8 for adults and $5 for children. So the answer here is $8 for adults and $5 for children. And the next question 17. Bicycle rental location. The officer says bicycles can be rented near the main entrance. So the answer here is near the main entrance. And the next question 18. Dogs allowed area. The officer clearly mentions dogs are permitted but only in the sports zone. So the answer here is sports zone. And the next question 19. Live music location. The line says every Saturday there's live music at the main square. So the answer here is main square. And the next question 20. Parking location. The officer says parking is available at the main entrance and at the north side car park. So the answer here is main entrance and north side car park. Next section 3. We are going to look at the conversation between two students, Emma and Liam, and their tutor Dr. Carter. They are discussing their group project on renewable energy.
Two university students, Emma and Liam, are discussing their group project on renewable energy with help from their tutor, Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter, we've gathered most of the data for our project on renewable energy, but we're not sure how to organize the presentation.
All right. What's the focus of your research?
We're comparing solar energy, wind power, and hydropower in terms of efficiency and cost.
Good. That gives you a clear structure. How are you planning to present the data?
I thought of using charts and graphs for statistics, and maybe a short video for the solar panel installation process.
Excellent idea. Just make sure the video is under 2 minutes or you might run out of time.
Yes, we'll keep it short. We're still unsure who should cover each part of the talk.
Divide the content logically. For example, Emma, you could handle solar energy, and Liam, you could cover wind power. Then you can both discuss hydropower together.
That sounds fair. Should we also include government policies?
Briefly mention them, but don't spend too long. Focus more on recent technological developments.
Got it. And for the conclusion, we're planning to suggest which energy source has the best potential for the future.
Perfect. Remember to highlight advantages and disadvantages clearly. That's what the examiners are looking for.
Let's go through the answer and explanation. Questions 21 to 23. Fill in the blanks. Question 21. The project compares dash in the terms of efficiency and cost. The student says we are comparing solar energy, wind power and hydropower in the terms of efficiency and cost. So the answer here is solar energy, wind power and hydropower. Next question 22. Emma suggested using dash for presenting statistics. Emma says, I thought of using charts and graphs for statistics. So the answer here is charts and graphs. The next question 23. The video must be dash long. Dr. Catter says just make sure the video is under 2 minutes. So the answer here is under 2 minutes. And the next questions 24 to 27. Matching tasks. Question 24. Presenting solar energy. Dr. Catter says, Emma, you could handle solar energy. So the answer here is A. Emma. The next question 25. Presenting wind power. Dr. Catter says, Liam, you could cover wind power. So the answer here is B. Liam. The next question 26. Discussing hydropower. He adds, then you can both discuss hydropower together. So the answer here is C. Both. And the next question 27. Mentioning government policies. Dr. Catter says, briefly mention them, but don't spend too long. This instruction is for the group as a whole. So the answer here is C. Both. Next questions 28 to 30. Multiple choice questions. Question 28. What does Dr. Catter advise about the video? He says just make sure the video is under 2 minutes. So the answer here is B. It should be under 2 minutes. The next question 29. What should the students emphasize most in the conclusion? Dr. Catter says remember to highlight advantages and disadvantages clearly. That's what the examiner are looking for you. So the answer here is A. Advantages and disadvantages. The next question 30. What is the main purpose of the project presentation? Liam says we are planning to suggest which energy source has the best potential for the future. So the answer here is B. To suggest the best future energy source. Next, section 4.
The origin of the Internet dates back to the late 1960s with the development of ARPANET, a government-funded project aimed at connecting multiple research institutions. This network was initially created to enable different organizations to share data effectively. One of the first major breakthroughs in online communication during the 1980s was the introduction of the Domain Name System, or DNS, which made accessing Internet addresses far more user-friendly. In 1989, a significant innovation occurred when Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web, a platform that dramatically revolutionized how information was accessed and shared across networks. By the year 2000, the Internet had grown tremendously, connecting over 400 million people worldwide. Tracing this evolution further, ARPANET began as a government-funded research project in the 1960s. By the 1970s, email had become one of the most popular tools for communication among users of the network. The introduction of the domain name system in the 1980s was designed to make web addresses more user-friendly, simplifying navigation. As technology progressed into the 1990s, search engines emerged, allowing users to find information much more efficiently. From the 2000s onward, the Internet has been essential not only for communication, but also for commerce, education, and e-commerce.
Let's find the answers to the questions. Question 31 to 35. Question 31. The earliest form of the internet was developed in the. When we listen to the audio, it clearly says the origin of the internet dates back to the late 1960s. So the earliest form started in the 1960s. The next question 32. The initial purpose of ARPANET was to allow Dash to share data. The audio mentions that ARPANET was created to connect multiple research institutes and allow them to share data. So the missing word are research institutes. And the next question 33. In the 1980s, the development of Dash greatly improved online communications. The audio tells us that one of the major breakthrough in the 1980s was the domain name system, also called DNS. This made communication and navigation much easier. So the answer here is DNS. And the next question 34. The creation of the dash by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 revolutionized access to information. The audio says in 1989 Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web. The invention changed everything. So the answer here is World Wide Web. The next question 35. By the year 2000, more than dash people worldwide were using the internet. From the audio, by the year 2000, the internet had grown tremendously, connecting over 400 million people. So the answer here is 400 million. Now moving to the notes. Questions 36 to 40. Question 36. 1960s. ARPANET began as a government funded dash project. The audio says it was a government funded research project. So the answer here is research. And the next question 37. 1970s. Email became a popular tool for. The audio clearly states email become one of the most popular tools for communication. So the answer here is communication. The next question 38. 1980s. DNS introduced to make addresses more dash. The audio explains the DNA made addresses more user friendly. So the answer here is user friendly. The next question 39. 1990s. Research engines allowed users to find information more. The audio says research engines allowed users to find information more efficiently. So the answer here is efficiently. And the last question 40. 2000 onwards, internet become essential for commerce, education and dash. The audio says the internet become essential for commerce, education and e-commerce. So the answer here is e-commerce. That completes all the questions from 1 to 40. I hope this explanation helped you understand how to pick up answers directly from the audio. And thanks for watching. Follow us for more videos.